everyone introduce themselves.
Want me to go first?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Colton Freilich.
Zach Johnson.
I am Jeremy Lindemann.
Scott Johnson.
And of course, I'm Jacob Lindemann. Welcome back to Lindemann Outdoors. We're here at the Lake Winnipeg Ice Cabin.
Yep, Greenback Camp.
Greenback Camp 2025.
Sadly, it's the last night of the fishing trip.
Yeah.
It's been a good trip. Caught a lot of fish. They were hard to catch this year.
Very finicky.
It's weird for Lake Winnipeg. But we were talking earlier about there's just too many people up here fishing. And it's kind of our own fault because we promote this place, but I would like to tell people to stay home. That the fishing is no longer good. All the walleyes are small.
Yep.
We only probably caught 9 or 10 we had to throw back that were above the 22 that you can keep.
I mean, Zach, what
22
was your
inches.
What was your? How many did you have over 22?
5 or 6 maybe.
Overall
The whole week here.
overall the measurements though.
Oh, most of them 24, 25, 27.
Well, like I showed you, that one I caught the other day, I'm like, this one's 25. Jacob's like, it's only 23. His head ain't up touching the bump board. I'm like, it doesn't have to be. You can make that fish whatever you want. Just slide it down the scale.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't get a big one this time. Scott, did you get
Nor
one?
did I.
No, you had some 22s and 23s that you had to put back.
123, but
Yeah.
Had one and I couldn't get up the hole, but that was... honestly,
how long did you fight that northern for?
10 minutes.
Wow.
Well, that was, yeah. Well, these fish, too, you'd see them come in, and they'd come up, and they'd look at your bait, and then they'd go back down. And then we had some that would follow it 3-4 times. They're just finicky. We had bad weather here, too. We got cold fronts, multiple cold fronts. We had a warm day, then a cold front roll in, and then it kind of warmed up, and now we have another front on its way in. That's gonna mess with your fishing no matter what you're doing. You need stable weather. I mean,
Our first evening and our second morning were our best time up there, so...
That's true.
yeah,
The first evening was probably the best fishing we had.
well, Thursday morning was good too.
Thursday morning was really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
we killing fish.
we went a long ways out on the lake. We maybe should have got there a half hour sooner because as soon as we drilled the holes, I mean, we were ripping fish out of there.
Yeah.
We had 3-4 on the ice before, 8:30. Bait fish that are in this lake. There's rainbow smelt. There's golden shiners. There's Cisco. There's freshwater shrimp. There's what the heck was it? Can't remember the name of it. It was something else, but scalping. Or
Yeah. Something weird like that.
Which I'm gonna have to look up what that is, but
On the live scope, you could see just like big giant schools of bait fish come in.
yeah, there's tons of.
We were trying to hook them.
They're definitely Cisco's or little perch or something, but there's big schools of them coming through. I mean, they could have been emerald shiners too, or rainbow shiners. I mean, they were big.
Yeah, same size as our ripping wraps.
Yeah, we were using rip and wraps. Spoons were working. You guys actually had to go to a more finesse.
Mm-hmm.
You guys went to a
Drop shots or...
Which explain what a drop shot is, because even I was a little confused.
just a plain hook tied a little different so the hook stands at a horizontal, and then you just drop weight
put a sinker on the
to
bottom.
a foot down, but just let it sit on the bottom and let your line just go slightly slack is all. I just take the tension out of it and then just let they'll load up the tip, and that worked real well.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I've never seen that before.
No, this is but yeah, we've been doing this trip for a long time. I mean, it's 10 plus years, I think. I mean, it's been a lot of years.
Probably should have kept count.
Yeah, I probably should. The years go by so dang quick.
Probably like our 10th or 11th year up here.
Yeah, but like I tell everybody, like I was saying, everyone else should just stay home. Don't come to Lake Winnipeg anymore. I heard Lake Manitoba is now the place to go. The walleyes are big there. It's just next door. Go over there. Tons of walleyes there.
Yeah. They need to stop hosting fishing tournaments also when we're here. That'd been nice to know about.
Well, and our best spot was actually right underneath where the road is now, and that's usually where we catch all our keepers. And then plus we get some big fish there too. We got lucky; we found a big fish spot just because we happened to fish a spot that was easy to get
an old
to.
spot.
An old spot. Like the last time we fished that, Jacob was like 11 years old.
Yeah. I was still using Lake of the Woods lures because I didn't know what else to do.
Well, and then coincidentally, now
That's what today I had to.
It used to be you could put a 3-inch rip and wrap down there and just crank that thing as hard as you can, and you'd catch one walleye after another. And now you can't hardly get them to hit those bigger lures. I mean, we couldn't today.
Downsize from a 7 to a 5.
Yeah, that's how I caught my big one. I had a little tiny number 5, blue and chrome rip and wrap, and coincidentally, those profile was matching a lot what I was seeing on the live scope. So they're looking like those little Cisco's or rainbow shiners, whatever they're hitting.
I tried to stick with the bubblegum tiger the whole weekend, but
Well, when it was sunny,
I had to switch. When it was
work
killing
when it was
them.
sunny.
The first 2 days was just
when it was
bubblegum
sunny,
tiger.
and
was going
like
off.
Clayton Schick outdoors, we love watching him. Jacob kind of looks like Clayton a little bit. Like if Jacob and Colton had a baby, it would be a pretty good mix.
That'd be clean. Yep.
It looked just like him.
Yeah, it would.
But he says chartreuse can't loose, and I mean that was the deal. I mean that lure you're using was chartreuse and pink.
Yeah.
And then
Pretty much the one on your shirt.
close to it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I caught all my big ones too.
Yeah, you had a pink and chartreuse
With
one.
a little bit of metallic on it.
And then I
just
made
a little bit more
we
flicker.
had to go visit the bait shop,
Yeah. Go around to the bait shop, see if they have a pink and chartreuse one. Okay.
and I wish I would have got
Smaller.
the next size smaller, even in those. But
And I used a Fire Tiger with purple in it, so. A PK Rattler.
Yeah. Zach, you caught one on like every single different lure.
Yeah, pretty much anything I tried, I caught at least one.
Even a Tokyo rig.
but you were using a lot of gray and
A lot of gray, blue,
Shad
silver.
colors.
shad colors. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh, here's the thing for Lake Winnipeg. Okay, I'm tired of seeing this on the Lake Winnipeg report on Facebook. All right, bring an extension, no matter what.
Yeah.
These people are like, do I need an extension? Yes, you
There's-
do. Always.
There's 4.5
Maybe even
feet
two
of
of them.
ice.
Yeah.
Good 39 inches is what I measured.
Yeah.
Bring 2 extensions. Have an extra one in your truck in case it doesn't work. And then also, most of the time you're going to need a track vehicle here of some kind.
Yeah.
Snowmobile, Ranger with tracks, 4-wheelers you can get around, but you got a lot of places you can go with trucks. But even today out there, where you must there's people that were stuck.
Brakes were opening up and with
cracked.
the wind and
Somebody actually went in today. Didn't
someone went yesterday and today.
Yeah. And
Because they
then,
try to cross those big brakes with a truck and
well, and you get the winds pick up here and temperature swings. I mean, you're going to get pressure ridges that'll form. Like literally, you can go out and you'll come back and there'll be a pressure ridge that's in your way. A lot of people carry planks with them. But snowmobiles are nice because you can usually buzz across. But you don't have to worry about that, people, because don't come here. But when we do,
Yeah.
yeah.
we bring snowmobiles. When we got some snowmobiles that are rigged up. We should almost start.
You two are the snowmobile riggers.
We should almost start a YouTube channel just showing like tricked out ice fishing sleds. All the little modifications and
Yeah.
I know there's
You could do that, Scott.
I could.
Instagram channel.
I had 2 guys message me from Maine today.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You get lots of views just with that long form
What are you doing
content. Yep. This is how I'm doing it for this ice fishing season. Next year probably make
Well,
it different.
yeah, they don't do a good. I mean, a lot of that stuff you got to build your own. I mean, like my
Yeah.
auger carrier. Where did you put that, by the way?
In the bed of your truck.
Oh, good. So like mine, I welded a mini receiver hitch onto the front, and then I think it's what's the name of that? I think
Digger.
It's a digger auger carrier, and then I mounted. I put a piece of unistrut on there, and then I welded that up to the other side of the receiver hitch. And then I put an LED light on there, and so that just I can remove it. It carries my auger. I like seeing my auger up front.
Yeah.
Scott, he's got his where he detaches. He can put the power head in the box and the flighting ride's on the side. I mean, that's slick
His
too.
setup's pretty put together.
It is. That Polaris Titan's a machine.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. I run a wide track. I mean, but I got that before the Titans come out. That was the Titans, the newest version of that. And then we hear Polaris is thinking about going away from the utility sled. Polaris, knock it off. Make your dang sled for ice fishing like you should. You'll sell way more of them.
Yeah.
Make your mountain sleds, make your trail sleds, make your racing sleds. People can buy those, and don't mess with utility sleds. So we need those. Because
When you have it made up right, it makes your fishing much more enjoyable. So
and then we can haul gear. I mean,
Yeah.
big buddy heater, 20-pound propane tank, augers. We brought all our power box for our cameras, all that stuff. Lunch, which is the most important thing. We got that in the video.
We were just trying to figure out how many hot dogs and brats have we cooked on that little old Coleman one burner. Or at least in the 700s, 800s.
Maybe we should be sponsored by Johnsonville Brats or Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Or at least Coleman or something.
Yeah,
that'd be a good one.
We gotta get some sponsors. I don't know, people. You need to hit us up.
Sponsored by you.
Sponsored by me. Yes. First of all, I'd like to thank me
Yeah.
for being me and helping me.
And Lane Media.
Oh yeah.
my-
People you work for have been great.
Yeah, they're helping out a lot.
Yeah.
They don't listen to this, but
Nobody listens to this podcast. We can say whatever we want.
That's
That's
true.
what's the best about
That's
it.
why I was playing LL Cool J last week. Yeah.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Call us up and be like, "Hey,
You 40 people who watch this
is this
video.
Lindemann Outdoors?" Yeah, it is. What's up, Al? I want my money for playing my song. Well, come get it here, buddy. Here's my address. You'll be like, "Where is South Dakota?" No, it's good. We are putting video out now. We got our podcasts available on YouTube, Spotify, iHeart Music, Amazon.
Amazon, you can ask
You
your
can,
Alexa.
you can go, "Hey Alexa."
I didn't even know.
Oh yeah, Alexa,
Yeah.
play the Lindemann Outdoors podcast. She'll
Plays
play
right
it.
up.
She says, "This is awesome." I'm like, "Thanks, Alexa."
It's everywhere but Apple Music.
We don't have Apple Music because, they're just lame. We don't like them.
But a sponsorship.
I mean, they want to pay us. That's a different story.
Yeah.
We have our price. Every man has
Every
their price.
That's the price. We talked about that.
Our price is high.
$10 million a piece. Everyone at the table.
We would do that. We'd sign that deal tomorrow.
That's very true.
Maybe Coors Light wants to sponsor us, or Molson Canadian.
Molson.
That'd be nice too.
Yeah.
But yeah, fishing's good. I mean, we're gonna bring home our fish. We got plenty to eat.
I was trying to think. Do you think we ate better or do we fish better this?
Oh, we definitely ate better.
We definitely.
no doubt about that.
We had lasagna the first night.
Yep, ribeyes.
Then we had ribeyes. Then we
We had
had
fish tacos.
Fish tacos, and tonight we had the
Can cooker.
can cooker.
Yeah, which
Nobody went home hungry.
We never do.
no, you should gain about 5 pounds, 10 pounds on this trip, and
Yeah.
we'll go back home to our civilian life and suffer and eat not as good.
Cheerios.
Yeah.
I've been into Reese's Puffs lately.
Yeah, me too.
That's a good. I mean, I do like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Cheerios are a staple.
Those are good.
Even babies love those.
Colton, what's your favorite cereal?
I'd have to go with Reese's every time.
Zach?
Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's very mature of you.
That's B's favorite cereal.
Is it really?
He loves Raisin Bran.
I used to, as a kid, I loved Raisin Bran too, but I put about 4 cups of sugar on it, so it was,
Strawberry frosted shredded wheats.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's a good one.
No
just
hay
for
bells.
the sugar part of
You
it.
gotta let them soak in milk a little bit, or
Yeah.
they'll shred your mouth right up. That's why they're called shredded wheat, because it just
That
it
Captain
tears-
Crunch.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
it'll
Say,
tear-
say goodbye to the roof of your mouth.
Yeah. I had an unfortunate college drinking incident that involved me eating an entire box of Captain Crunch when I got home, cutting my mouth up. Something fierce.
Wake up the next morning.
Oh my gosh, it was the worst. Just dry, just handfuls. It's a bad deal.
Speaking of injuries, you beat yourself up this week. I'll pop up a photo that I took of his broken nose.
First of all, Lake Winnipeg, you will always break something here. That's the other thing. You were talking about gear before. I mean, you got to prepare for 40 to 50 mile an hour winds, whiteout blizzards. You can be fogged. We've been fogged in, whiteout blizzard, 50 to 60 mile an hour winds.
Ridged out.
Yeah, pressure ridged out. That's the other reason. Like they're putting on that Facebook post. They're like, hey, if this is your first time ice fishing and you are a rookie, do not come to Lake Winnipeg by yourself.
Yeah.
Because you will die.
You will get stranded.
Yeah.
Come with someone who's been here before or pay a guide.
Well, so we run GPSs on all our sleds.
Yep.
Our phones have GPSs on them.
Yep.
I even have another GPS on your sled just in case mine doesn't work.
Yep.
A compass in your pocket.
Compass.
I have a compass in the back of my snowmobile in the back seat compartment.
Yep. Compass.
Roll of toilet paper.
Yes.
Like money.
Here's a veteran tip. Put your roll of toilet paper in a Ziploc bag.
Yep. Doesn't get all messed up. Doesn't get dirty.
Guarantees freshness that way.
Yep.
You don't want to get all wet and
I feel
soggy.
bad. The one windy morning, I had to go make a run, and the toilet paper ran away from me.
Did you use your socks? Or?
No, it was after.
Better than before.
So hopefully no one got hit. Downwind.
As many people as are out there, there's some poor bugger that's stuck to the side of his fish house now.
Probably right in the window.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It was an accident. It is biodegradable, so don't worry about the litter portion.
Biodegradable.
We buy the biodegradable camping. Oh, yeah, it's...
But you broke your nose. We never talked about how you
Yeah, you always break something, you told me.
trying to avoid
I was
that.
trying to skip that, but...
Yeah.
So a lot of times when you're, staying in hunting camps, deer camps, fishing camps like this one, most of the bedrooms have bunk beds in them. So they'll put a lower bunk and then they'll put sometimes they'll have a queen with a full, sometimes it's a double queen bunk bed. But anyway, these are homemade bunk beds here, and I was...
Pretty sturdy.
Very sturdy, I know.
2x4s.
2x4s. And I will say one thing too about up here. You do have to be careful because there is some theft that you hear about guys getting stuff stolen at the access, and you got to make sure you lock your stuff up at night, or keep it where you can keep an eye on it. Well, I'm laying in bed. It's pitch black in there. I've been sleeping. Excuse me. I thought I hear a snowmobile fire up, so instantly I shot out of bed, not realizing that I was in a bunk bed, and I was in the bottom, and I smashed my face right into the 2x4s above me. And then I was like, I seen stars, and I kind of got knocked out, and I was laying back down there a little bit. Then pretty soon I can feel the blood running down my face, and I was like, uh-oh. I think I may have broke my nose. But I hit that pretty hard.
Yeah.
Luckily, I hit it with my head, so there's really nothing to damage in there.
And nobody stole the snowmobile.
Yeah, nobody stole the snowmobile.
No one
That
stole
was a
the
false
snowmobile.
alarm. It was neighbors down the street going fishing early in the morning. Yeah, it was. But that's there's you usually have something that goes wrong on a good hunting or fishing adventure to.
Well, it has to, otherwise it won't be a good story when you get back.
Yeah, you need the stories. That's why you do this stuff.
I feel like when easy, it'd be kind of boring. Oh, yeah, we went up there, everything went perfectly fine.
You know what, though? I wouldn't mind that. I'm to the age now. If everything just goes smooth and nothing gets broke. Well, on the way up here, we lost the windshield on your snowmobile. The hood flew open, busted the one strap. We had to go have you get duct tape and zip ties, and we had to put the windshield back on and
No,
duct
just
tape it
opened
up.
up
And
run over there.
yeah, it's I tell you, some days it's a circus.
We got a little bit loaded up this time for the way home. Learn from
we'll
our
see.
mistakes.
We'll see how it travels. You know, I'm hoping that we got enough tongue weight on there so it doesn't start fishtailing on me.
Maybe I get a new sled because mine flies off.
Yeah, I'm gonna put an extra ratchet strap on that. Better work on that Polaris sponsorship.
It's like a new Titan, please.
Yeah, start. Hey, we can have this podcast brought to you by Polaris. We can start sending some emails.
That is our hometown, and Polaris' hometown,
Yes.
Roseville, Minnesota.
Yep.
So
Well,
that's where Lindemann Outdoors started.
that's true. We just moved to the Dakotas for tags. It's nothing personal. It's just
Just tags and warmer weather.
Yeah.
Well, not me, but you. Yeah, you
Yeah.
were not. You
South Dakota. I got a better chance of getting elk tags. I can
Yeah.
shoot a bison someday.
They gave away like 6 a year in
Yeah.
the Black Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I manage the herd.
East and West River deer, mule deer in your own state,
They pick out
antelope.
the bison bull for you. It's a guided trip when you buy the tag. They go and they say, that one.
That buffalo right there. We don't like him. He's been bothering the other ones. He's
Then you
old.
can go and shoot him with your bow or gun, whatever you want.
Choice.
Yeah.
And then
But
they do all their tests, and then you can take the rest.
a couple 1,000 pounds of meat. Or 1,000 for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had we had some good years in Roseau, fishing Lake of the Woods, coming up here, fishing Lake Winnipeg. Nice to get back up here. We've been doing this trip for quite a few years. It's a good crew. Colton's new.
Yeah, first time up here.
He's found out.
It is a whole different animal. You know, ice fishing a lot growing up in the, southern part of Minnesota and South Dakota. And you think that you know what ice fishing is. And then you come up here and you realize this is not anything you've seen before.
Yeah.
My favorite was when you watched him drilling the first hole,
Yeah.
and you're like,
It's like it never ended.
I know.
We're in March. I'm like, there'll be, maybe 2.5, 3 feet. No. I mean,
My shoulders are feeling it.
yeah.
just kept going.
Just keeps going.
That's the first time I've held an auger that high before. I mean, that's definitely an experience.
Yeah, when I talk to people and they're like, oh yeah, I go ice fishing. I'm like,
No, you don't.
yeah, you think you do, but
Yeah, and then you fish the pressure ridges for basically active structure. You might not get through in some spots.
yeah,
We've done that before up here. I've just hit the handles of the auger, and you're just not fishing there. You're gonna find a new spot.
Yeah.
well, even Lake of the Woods, we've had that over by like Twin Islands and stuff where the ice piles up. And,
Remember that one year in Buffalo? There was like 12, 15 foot tall pressure ridge that you just couldn't get around it.
yeah, it was busted up.
I mean, that's when I learned how you could water skip a snowmobile.
Yeah, the one was just sunk under the other. It was just water for like 20 yards or so. It wasn't that far.
It wasn't that far.
You just
But
zip across there. Let's
what
back
I
to the snowmobiles again.
learned you could do that.
Sorry about the creaking and cracking here. This chair is fighting for its life underneath me right now. Good God. Made out of popsicle sticks, I think.
Yeah, could have maybe picked some. Maybe it would have been better on the couches, but
Yeah. So you'll be seeing on camera as me just go tumbling down here and probably break something else. But that's normal. Luckily, I only hit my face, Like my mom always told me, I got a face for radio. I was like, thanks, Mom.
it is pretty crooked.
Yeah, it'll straighten out. I'm sure I'll break it again. I've only broke it like 4 times in my life, so it'll snap back here.
Break the other side.
Oh, geez, I had one time I was shooting bow in my garage. I was living in town, and I was pulling my bow back, and the release broke.
Oh, no.
So, like, on a Scott, it wasn't their fault, because this release had like 9 million shots through it. But there's the little, that adjustable little peg in there where you can put your screws in to lengthen it or shorten it. That broke. And so I was pulling, like, it was a PSE Infinity at like 80-pound limbs. And that broke. And I come back and boom, punched myself right in the face. And I'm laying there out cold on the garage floor. And I'm shooting inside. So I didn't know what happened. Like, I thought that my arrow ricocheted.
Oh, no.
And like come back and stab me in the head. So I was like laying there and I can feel my face hurts and there's blood and I'm like, oh my my God, I shot myself.
Shot my eye out.
You shot your eye out. Sorry, I spit all over it. So I thought, it's like, oh no, this is terrible. This is how I'm going to go out. Shot myself with an arrow in the garage. And, well, finally I come to and I realized my release broke and punched myself in the face. And then there was football.
I've done that. I broke my nose. Broke my face.
Basketball, you play down low, you just get elbowed in the face every other play. That's just how that goes.
Never broken or lost a tooth.
Yeah.
You put it back in. Yeah, I lost my front tooth. And old Jacob Lepard, he never listened to this, but he at practice gave me an elbow. It popped out, and they shoved it back in. They said it was a 50-50 shot because I had a bunch of roots still connected that would reconnect and heal up, and they had to put braces on there, and I got the good side of the coin because it reattached. Thought I was Wolverine, just healed back.
No.
When
No cool claws, though.
When you catch your tooth, it's like, oh no, that's not good.
Yeah. No, it's but no, fishing was good. Eating was probably better. Hanging out
It's
with
kind of
good
hard
time.
to beat what we ate.
Good company.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. For sure.
But when the fish did commit, though,
Oh my gosh.
The big ones that hit,
that was fun.
they hit.
We had a few that
Well, the first one, I missed the hook set, and it turned around and went and hit yours, and it was a 26, and it was like the first fish.
that's
Didn't
right.
it miss you twice?
It missed me
Yes.
twice.
Yeah.
Because it just
You had two
wouldn't-
chances.
I just missed twice. Just
That's one thing about the live scope is it's crazy how the fish react to the lures and how you can see them turning around, you can see them coming back, you can see them not interested at all.
we had them swim up and look at it, and just they'd circle it, maybe make a couple swipes at it, but then they'd swim off. And
Yeah. Now, there's been people saying that the live scope, they think it spooks the fish.
I call BS on that.
Well, I just think what's actually happening is you're seeing how many fish are actually down there, and I think you had no clue of how many fish were down there before live scope. I mean, that's something people didn't know.
Well, the XR, the cone, depending on how deep you are, if say you're in
I couldn't even see my own lure half the time when I'm jigging, I mean, you have no idea
if you're
what's down
ripping
there.
wrap or a glide bait, it'll go out of the cone.
But we had several big fish come in, didn't seem to bother them at all.
We had that one that was definitely a 30.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it was 3 squares long on the chart, and it just
Kept looking and looking, and it.
Commit.
no, didn't like what it saw.
And this is before we figured, you guys kind of figured out the downsizing the lures. I think if we would have downsized the lures, we probably would have caught a lot more big ones than we did. But
Yeah,
usually, them bigger fish,
last
them
10
bigger
years.
baits, they'll hit. But not this year. I mean, they're so finicky.
bigger the better. That years
Used to
before.
be. Yeah, so
Well, how many trucks did we see this morning coming in for the tournament?
I have no idea.
there's hundreds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, even on
probably-
Thursday.
I mean, it was a train.
We're out there
Thursday.
during the week, and it was just we look out the window, it was just a stream of headlights
yeah.
pouring
Tons
to
of
us.
people this weekend.
Tons of
are out.
people out fishing. I mean,
Looked like Lake of the Woods on the state side.
yeah,
It's March Madness.
yeah, they're all, the real March Madness, not this basketball stuff. Are you going to March Madness? Yeah, on Lake Winnipeg, so I can catch a 30-inch greenback.
Racing people to the spot.
Yeah, trying to get there and get set up before they do, and
Guides and
fighting with guides, and
the worst part is when you're like, I hope this is a good spot, and then a guide rolls up right next to you and plops the snowboard down, and you're like, yep, think this is a good spot.
We were here first, though.
yeah, we beat them there. I think this is a good spot. I'm like, well, there's 3 snow bears right out here, so I would say yes.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too, I mean, there's no fish here, so don't come here. But if you do, I mean, I think we had 7 feet on the graph.
Yeah.
So we were probably in, according to the chart, probably 10 or 12 feet of water.
Yeah.
You gotta think, okay, I got 3 feet plus of ice. But a lot of them fish are shallow. I think there wasn't hardly anybody way out deep. I mean,
Even in the middle of the day, they just went like 10, 12 feet. It didn't seem like anyone was going.
Beyond that, no.
Even the years before, we've seen people like
way out there.
drive way out there, like more than 30 feet out there.
Yeah, it's only like 22, 23. I mean, it could be 30. I don't know. I have never gone out there.
Get up north before you get into that.
Yeah.
That
And,
is,
and up north is a whole different
Right.
lake. Same lake, but
Yeah.
getting into that Canadian glacial shield rocks
Yeah.
and
Well, it was also funny is when we first got on the lake, and I pulled over to Colton, like a little different than them South Dakotan sloughs, right? Isn't it? He's like,
hey, you can see forever.
it's an ocean.
it
The
is-
one nice thing too is, you know, just the contrast in water clarity. You know, that's what we fought a lot this year of.
too clear water.
Yeah, you'd find them in the evening, you'd find them in the morning, and you might as well just go home during the middle of the day. Whereas here, you know, you can kind of sit in the same spot. I mean, like what Jake said, you know, you move a couple feet in depth, and otherwise you're in the same area.
It definitely slows down midday though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got clear water, you got murky water, and depending on where you're at, association to the river.
Yeah. You can still pick a couple off, but, right, like, you know, not fast and furious like Thursday morning.
Yeah, they were banging.
But it was like, yeah, we were half an hour late because we only had it for like half an hour.
Yeah, they
then it
shut down
off.
to, went to about 10 o'clock, and then we didn't hardly catch or mark any fish. So, yeah, it's definitely a morning, evening bite here, too. But not like South Dakota where...
You have to
You
fish
get a
in the
30-minute
dark.
window.
Yeah. You gotta
Even
fish
here,
in the dark and,
they shut off kind of right before sunset sometimes.
yeah, and it seemed like they need a little bit of sunlight there in the morning to start feeding, too.
Well, yeah, because it was freezing on Friday. That didn't help us. But like we were out there early, and they didn't really start biting until right where the sun was starting to peak up.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
No, it's
No,
not.
stay
No,
home.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't come here.
Never come
It's
here.
terrible.
First trip, I'm never coming back.
I wasted time off of work.
Yeah, it's you just got to get out and do things. I get to people all the time like, "Oh, it must be nice." How do you? I'm like, "Well, you just go. Do you have a guide? No. We're the guides. I mean, just go figure it out." And like we say,
Norwegian fish finder.
that's right. If you got to use the
Works
Norwegian
pretty
fish
good.
finder, use the Norwegian fish finder. If you look out on a lake and there's a whole bunch of houses in one spot, they're probably there for a reason.
A little hint: if you see a wrapped truck or a snow bear with some big brands on it,
You're definitely on the right spot.
some pretty good.
Well, but disclaimer: the guides do get mad.
Yeah, don't get too close.
If you get too close and you try to follow them, and they're trying to make a living out there, so you got to give them a little space, a little common courtesy. But that goes both ways too. Guides, you don't own the lake.
Yeah, we did have Northern Lights the one night too.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. Saw that out the back window.
Yeah,
If we had an ice castle, yeah, maybe we should do that one year.
I thought about that, but I don't know about 5 dudes in one ice castle.
I don't care how long this
That
thing
is some
is.
close quarters. We need some space. I mean, maybe if we got like 2 or 3, put a couple guys in each, or
Yeah, they say there's a night bite at like 2, 3 in the morning.
I would be down for getting a couple ice castles, and I don't know if you'd want to put 5 of us in one.
I don't do you even sleep 5.
I kind of like, either renting a hotel room or
This place is nice.
showers are nice,
Showers,
Yes.
bathrooms
good.
are nice. I don't know if I could live in a ice castle with Jacob pooping in a bucket for 5 days.
Mornings are rough.
Wouldn't lose
Yeah.
the toilet paper that way, though.
Make sure you line your bucket with garbage bag.
It's a pro move.
Yeah, put that outside. Let it freeze up good. Yeah, you gotta have that. Oh,
Well, I should have when people are watching this, the video of the trip should also be out. I'll probably do it the day before or the day after. So, the 40 people, if you want to go watch some people catching fish.
yeah, it's a pretty good in the world of fishing podcasts. For us, it's our last ice fishing trip of the season because it'll be open water.
Yeah.
When Colton and I get back to South Dakota.
Yeah.
We'll still be ice fishing.
You guys will still be ice fishing. We're going to be turkey hunting starts. Well, Colton's a spring fisherman. He likes to go casting for walleyes. South Dakota doesn't shut down for walleye season. So
as soon as ice is
North
off,
Dakota does not either.
you hit those shallow spots, and it's a good time.
Pitching jigs of minnows, plastics.
We'll have to do a spring pitching. Lindemann Outdoors.
My Lindemann Outdoors is going to be spring plastic turkey decoys and me shooting a turkey in the face. That's what mine's going to be.
Or we head to the Indian fish sturgeon.
I know, we should do that again too.
Fight the crowds. I mean, my percentage on rainy going sturgeon fishing is pretty good.
I've
only gone once and I got a 60-incher, so
Not a bad record.
I was also like 10, but
I have 2 West River turkey tags. I can use any weapon. And then I have a statewide archery turkey tag too for the east side of the river. And then I applied for leftover tags as well. So I'm going to try to shoot like 5 or 6 turkeys just in South Dakota. And then I'm going to go to Minnesota and turkey hunt. I wanted to go to Nebraska, but they sold out. They had 10,000 non-resident tags that sold in 2 days for turkeys.
It's just madness.
Yeah, and it's
I don't think you'd want to be out there with 10,000 hunters.
that's just the non-residents.
I know.
And people come from all over: Virginia, Pennsylvania, Alabama. We had guys from Alabama. We're hunting in the middle of South Dakota, and we had people from Alabama there.
Yeah.
Well, they're coming to shoot a Merriam's turkey is why, because different subspecies. But Nebraska's got all 3. They got Merriam's, they got Rios, they got Easterns, they
have Easterns?
on the east part of the state.
Oh.
I wasn't trying to be a smart aleck. That's just the fact. That's
Thought
where
they were a little south.
That's where they are.
Wasn't considering the east and west part of the state. It was just
That's where they are.
southernness.
That's where they are.
Jeez. This is our, you know what? Back to separate locations for podcasting because I can't do this. No more in the same room. This is also our first and last in the same room podcast.
Yeah, normally we got a video. This is our first in-person podcast. So those of you listening to our Lindemann Outdoors podcast, Jake and I are never in the same location.
Yep, I'm in different states.
Yep, we're in different states. We do this through the magic of the interweb. And then also we're father and son, so if you hear us,
I think the 40 people are just our friends and family. They know this.
Hey, we might have like 4 other people that don't know us listen. We've been picking up some new.
We've been picking up some people.
We're gonna get some people. Tell your friends.
If this is your first time listening, I'm sorry. We're not masses. But
Jake and I have been hitting the head way too many times.
Too many 2x4s, Jake.
Yeah. We didn't know we need fully functional brains as adults.
Yeah.
So it's all right.
Yeah. I never did do the intro, but I guess I can do the outro.
Well, what time are we at on here?
We're at 40 minutes.
Oh, we are already? No, we're not.
39 minutes
Jeez.
on the
That
sound.
went by fast.
Wow. You talk a lot.
Well, that's what I. First, that's
This
why
is a
we.
podcast.
It's just a podcast. That's my job. That's why we have a podcast. But hey, guys, great trip.
Yeah.
Cheers to you guys. Thanks for coming along.
Thanks
Also-
for the invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were told.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't really an invitation.
But
It
you
was,
were just like, hey,
you're coming. It's like, all right.
end of March, we're going fishing in Canada. Get in the truck.
You think you know what ice fishing's about? Yeah, get in the truck.
Yep.
Y'all coming up to the big house. We're going to show you what it's about.
There's also new turkey hunting merch in the store.
Nice.
So that's all out. I did the ice reaper. Now I did the turkey reaper.
Okay.
So. No, I guess I'll have to do a walleye fishing reaper again. I'll do a reaper in a boat or something. Yeah, that's the ice. That's the ice reaper. Should have made the auger more realistic and have him holding it from up here.
You should get him on the front.
That's one
I
of
don't
the
like
options.
just putting my good lures on the front.
Just showing everyone the best.
Those are no longer available. I took them off.
Good.
It's turkey season now.
That's right. people they gotta.
The one Scott's wearing. That's the only. I made that one just for him.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sing special edition.
Yeah, I
Should
like
be
that
more
one.
like that, actually.
Yeah,
Well, it's just for Scott. Sorry.
yeah. You notice
The product name is actually Scott's hoodie.
Scott's hoodie.
Yeah.
What if you put him on the back? Then that way he can still have his own.
What are we on the back? Oh, he's got
Oh, he's got
the
the
ice
ice
reaper on the back.
Scott is the
That
ice
checks
reaper
out.
on the Titan.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'll have the ice reaper on a Titan.
Walleye Black Death is rolling in there.
Yep.
Jake will have one next year. Thanks, Amy.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how this. If anyone's getting, if anybody's getting a Titan, it's me.
No, Scott says me. Sorry. You got the IQ.
You get the hand-me-downs.
No. I've had hand-me-downs my whole life.
Well,
It's worked out pretty well
Yeah.
so far, but
you must have some money you're hiding from me that I don't know about.
nope, no money. It's weird. I just keep getting new things.
It is weird, because you take all mine. It's wow.
I go, I'm like, oh, this is new. Where'd you get this? I like this. I'm gonna take it with me.
I'm gonna keep this.
Well, that's it.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, tell your friends. We need to get to at least I'd like 55,
We're at 52.
52 subscribers.
51 or 52. Depends.
We need 1 million to get paid from YouTube. So hey, get cracking on it.
When we get to 1 million, we'll give everybody
If
a
every
t-shirt.
one of you tells 10,000 people, we'll be
It's a
halfway
pyramid
there.
scheme.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
All
it's
right.
actually not a pyramid scheme. Don't worry about it. Have a good one. Fill the freezer. Thanks for listening.